I'm going to try to keep this simple. All right. Everyone needs Bitcoin. You, your friends, and even your enemies. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Gen Z BTC. It's me, Satoshi Guapamoto. And today I'm going to be going over why liberals, conservatives, and moderates, everyone needs Bitcoin, even the apolitical, right? So when it comes to Bitcoin, it is a neutral asset. All right. There's no issuer, there's no bias, there's no one controlling it, which means that it's not for liberals, it's not for conservatives, it's for everyone. All right. Anyone can use it, and everyone's going to have to use it at some point. First thing, Bitcoin is a brain bank. All right. By that, I mean you can store your Bitcoin in your head. The Bitcoin is not tied to a geographical location, a geographic location. Real estate, stuck in one place. Can't take your house with you. Your stocks, if they're US equities, they're probably tied up in the US financial system. Really hard to take those with you. If all your money's inside of Bank of America and you're trying to flee to Sweden or Russia or El Salvador, it's going to be really hard to try to take your Bank of America with you. Even in a place where dollars are accepted, you're going to have to pay a fee and go through the headache of trying to send yourself remittance or wire yourself the money and plan ahead. It's going to be tough. All right. With Bitcoin, all you need is some sort of hardware wallet, right? I'll leave a link in the description for a couple different hardware wallets. I use the Blockstream Jade. It's really good. It looks something like this, right? This thing is the key that allows you to unlock and use your Bitcoin. You can then have it generate 12 words for you. Those 12 words allow you to access your key if you ever break it anywhere in the world, right? So you can take this little thing, throw it in the garbage, and as long as you have the 12 words in your head, if you memorize them, read them every night for like a month, you can memorize them, get on a plane, go anywhere that has internet access any Bitcoin recovery website or wallet, put in your words. Now your money is there. You have all your economic value in wherever you're at, right? That's insane. That's a paradigm shift. Because back in the day, let's say you wanted to try to flee with all your dollars. You withdraw all your dollars from the bank. They're already going to be suspicious, by the way, because they monitor everything. And you're going to get on the plane with a duffel bag full of dollar bills, right? Just looking like the Hamburglar with a big sack of cash, right? First off, you're going to get randomly inspected and pulled to the side. You're never seeing that money again. And then you're probably going to prison, okay? Let's say you try fleeing the country with gold bars, right? Which obviously not a good idea. And maybe you think, you know what? You know what? I know a place I can hide the gold bar. You walk through TSA, that alarm goes off. Okay, they're beeping. They're like, hey, buddy, you want to step to the side for me? They look at the x-ray. They see a bar, you know what I'm saying, in a place where a bar shouldn't be. Okay, the TSA agent, he's like, hang on, little buddy, can you, hey, little buddy, can you bend over for me? You know what I'm saying? It turns into a Diddy party right there at the airport. That's insane, right? That's not going to work. Gold bar smuggling, not going to work. Bitcoin is a paradigm shift. You can take all of your economic value with you, no matter where you are in the world, and it will be accepted anywhere. Why is that? Because it's global money. All right. It's global. Anyone in the United States right now can accept your Bitcoin as money if they so choose. That's the same for any other country in the world, right? Now let's say, oh, well, I can't spend it anywhere. I can't spend it in the place that I'm going. Oh, that's perfect because everyone in the world wants Bitcoin, so you can sell it for whatever currency is in that country. Let's say you're moving to Sweden. Oh, none of the stores accept Bitcoin yet. Okay, that's fine. I'll just sell my Bitcoin for Swedish dollars. All right. I'll sell my Bitcoin for Iraqi dinar. I'll sell my Bitcoin for Turkish lira. You understand? Bitcoin is a global monetary asset because it is a neutral monetary asset. This is extremely important. These two things combined are extremely powerful. So you can flee your country if you're ever feeling like you're being persecuted, right? If someone else gets into office and you feel like, oh, well, I'm LGBT, I can't be here, I'm scared, I have to flee the country. If you think that whites are getting erased from society, right, then you need to flee the anti-white America or whatever. If you feel like, oh, they're going to make black people slaves again, all right, all this other stuff, whatever you're scared of, If you need a flight to quality and a flight to safety, then you need Bitcoin. Before, the financial system thought that Bitcoin was a risk on asset, like a tech stock. Bitcoin is a risk off asset. Bitcoin is for when you're feeling fearful about your government printing too much money and making you poorer, when you're scared of massive deficits, if you're scared of massive government spending, if you're scared of persecution personally. This is how you take control of your finances. And then finally, Bitcoin actually defunds the government. All right. So let's say you're a liberal and you want to defund the police, you want to defund the military state and the military industrial complex. Bitcoin does that. All right. If you're conservative and you want smaller government and you think we need to cut certain departments like the Department of Education and other wasteful spending or whatever it might be, then Bitcoin does that. Bitcoin takes money away from the government. You're defunding the government because you're exiting the US dollar system and going into the Bitcoin system. Now, some people might say, well, isn't Bitcoin priced in US dollars? You're not really defunding anything. Listen, Bitcoin is priced in every currency in the entire world. Okay. Bitcoin is priced in anything. Bitcoin's priced in oil. Bitcoin's priced in whatever you want. All right. Bitcoin is money. You have to understand there's an exchange rate. The price of Bitcoin is not 90,000. The exchange rate for Bitcoin is 90,000. The same way that you might need 10,000 pesos in order to equal 100 US dollars, you need 90,000 US dollars to equal just one Bitcoin. Really understand this concept. Really understand that. So when you're transitioning off of dollars into Bitcoin, that means there's less US dollar money in circulation. That's less money that's being taxed, right? That's less money in the system. And that's you voting with your dollars to exit into a system that is more fair, that is more neutral, and that is not being stolen from you, right? That's not controlled by a central point of failure, right? That's what you're doing when you buy Bitcoin. Think of it this way. You are selling US dollars. You're selling them. You're getting rid of them to buy Bitcoin. Really internalize that, because that's what's going to really lead to you increasing your purchasing power as you go into the future. Some people are in it for the short run. They're just trying to turn $100 into $200. But if you're really deep into this and you understand what Bitcoin is and where this is going and that it is its own asset class, you're turning US dollars into Satoshis. Satoshis are the little pieces of a Bitcoin, right? So don't think when you see Bitcoin at $100,000 that, oh, it's too late. Like I can't buy a whole Bitcoin. Honestly, yeah, you probably can't. But thankfully for you, you can still buy thousands of Satoshis, the small units of a Bitcoin, right? And I'm going to go over that concept in another video as well. But the whole point of this video was just to show if you're a Kamala Harris supporter and you think, oh, I got to flee the country because it's over. Okay, get on a plane with your Bitcoin, all right? Because you can't take your business, you can't take your bank account, you can't take your house, you can't take your car. And if you can do all that stuff, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very costly and it's going to be very slow. It's going to be very difficult to do this. Whereas Bitcoin, very easy. Spend $60 on a hardware wallet, memorize the words, go wherever you're going, get all your Bitcoin, get all your money. Sell your house, sell your car, sell your stuff, turn it into Bitcoin, travel, land wherever you're at, sell it, buy all the stuff that you had before. That's it. Simple as that. Now, it makes a lot more sense to not sell it, just hold it for like 4 years. Then you can get 10 times as much stuff that you would have had, right? And that's when you start to realize, oh, well, Bitcoin is a really good savings technology. The longer I forego my consumption, the greater my reward over time. Really understand that. That's called store of value. Anyways, just wanted to get that video out there really quick for all the Kamala supporters, all the Trump supporters. Really, you guys are on the same side. And as the world becomes more and more polarized, right, the pendulum swings all the way this way, all the way this way. Bitcoin is what helps us to get back to equilibrium. Bitcoin is what brings a divided world together. All right. Bitcoin is what gets rid of all the noise and only gives you pure directed signal, right? Gets you on track, gives you hope for the future, gives you hope for cooperation. Bitcoin only works if people work together. All the incentives are in line for cooperation. And I think over time, as the world transitions onto that Bitcoin standard, whether they like it or not, they will have no choice but to cooperate. And honestly, they will want to, right? Because that will serve their self-interest. Thank you guys so much for watching. The channel has been growing so much, so I appreciate all of you, especially some of the people who have been there since I was making really, really horrible videos. And I still kind of am, but there's better stuff on the way. So stay tuned, keep liking, keep subscribing, share this video with someone who might also enjoy it, and leave a comment. I try to respond to every single comment. So thank you guys so much. And if you're looking on where you can get started with purchasing Bitcoin, purchasing hardware wallets, check my description. I got you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Stack sats or die trying.